If you're watching this video, you've probably purchased the iPhone 11 and you're searching for hints that will help you get the most out of your new device. What I'm about to share with you today is not iPhone 11 specific and can be used by those of you who are rocking different iOS device, like an iPad for example, as long as you're running the latest iOS 13. So let's jump to my favorite iPhone 11 tips and tricks that I use on a daily basis. Number 1. Control Center Toggles. With iOS 13, we can now easily switch Wi-Fi networks and Bluetooth devices via the Control Center without having to dig into the phone's Settings app. Just pull down or pull up the Control Center depending on which iOS device you have, and hold your finger on the network's square pane until it expands. From there, hold on again on your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth settings icon and choose from the list of devices. Number 2. Filter unknown senders in Messages. Your messages can now be organized into two separate tabs, Contacts and SMS and Unknown Senders, isolating your usual communication from the unknown. This feature can be turned on from the Settings, Messages filtering. Aside from visually separating your threads, it also turns off notifications from those who are not in your contacts. Number 3. Delete apps directly from the App Store. The updated App Store now holds the Apple Arcade tab, which replaced the App Update section, not something that I'm too excited for. The Update Apps list is now under your profile icon, where you can see a list of all recent app updates. When looking at it, if you notice an application that you want to get rid of, you don't need to go back to the home screen and actually search for it, but instead you can just swipe left and remove it from there. Number 4. Mouse support for both iPhone and iPad. Now, using a mouse on the iPhone is plain ridiculous unless, of course, your condition requires it. Where most people will find it more useful is on the iPad in the cases where you may be connected to a computer and use it more like a docked laptop. In order to turn it on and connect to a mouse, you'll have to go to Settings, Accessibility, Touch, Assistive Touch, which you'll have to turn on by the way, and then scroll down to Devices, Bluetooth devices, and then select the mouse you want to connect to. As you can see, this is something that Apple does not want to advertise a lot. Don't ask me why. By now, you'll see that a software floating menu appears, and in case you want to get rid of it, you just have to turn off Always Show Menu. It will show up again as soon as you disconnect your mouse, and unfortunately, to get rid of it again, it means turning off Assistive Touch altogether. I hope Apple fixes this soon. Number 5. Screenshot full web page. You can now take a long screenshot of a full web page really quickly. If your iPhone or iPad has Face ID, tap Power plus Volume up. And if it doesn't, tap Power plus the home button to take a screenshot. Now tap the screenshot preview on the bottom left, then select Full Page. Now tap Done and select Save PDF to Files. For now, it works on Safari only. Number 6. Compress and expand files in the Files app. iOS 13 now supports zipping and unzipping files. When you have a zip file in front of you, all you have to do is tap the file and it'll open. To compress or archive a file, open the Files app and tap and hold on any file you want to compress, and then of course select Compress. To compress multiple files at once, you'll have to select them all and click on the three dots menu to choose Compress from there. The Files app is getting closer to what we can do on the Finders app on the Mac, which is awesome. Number 7. Scanning documents from the Files app. While we are in the Files app section of this video, my other favorite feature is scanning documents directly from the Files app. Navigate to the folder where you want to scan the files in question. From there, select the three-dotted menu and press Scan Documents. Position your device over the documents you want to scan, and just like in the notes, you can do multiple pages for an entire document. It works very fast and I absolutely love it. Number 8. PS4 and Xbox One controller support. With Apple's new gaming subscription service, Apple Arcade, you'll want to connect to an external game controller to experience the awesome boutique titles to the max. iOS 13 officially supports PS4 and Xbox One controllers. Note that the original Xbox One controller isn't supported here, but the ones shipped with the Xbox One S and newer ones work just fine. To connect a PS4 controller, for example, you have to hold the PlayStation button and share buttons together until the light bar at the top starts rapidly flashing white lights. Then head over to the Bluetooth settings of your iOS device and choose Controller. On the Xbox side, things are just as simple. Turn your Xbox One controller and hold the small pairing button on the top until Xbox button starts to blink rapidly. Number 9. Add attachments to calendar. With iOS 13, you can now add attachments to your calendar events. In order to do that, you'll have to create an event and scroll down to Add Attachment. In case you're wondering, this does not work with non-iCloud email accounts like Google Apps, for example. Number 10. Silence unknown callers. This is for all of you who are victims of unsolicited robo messages or simply your work generates a lot of phone calls which you might want to filter. From the Settings app, select the phone application and scroll down to Silence unknown callers. When this feature is turned on, calls from unknown numbers will be silenced and if possible sent to voicemail. Of course, you'll still be able to see them in your recents list. If you have any questions or suggestions for upcoming tips and tricks, let me know in the comment section below. If you didn't like this video, feel free to dislike it. But if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to the channel and becoming part of the family. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure. This is E, over and out.